This would have been a very active area in the past. Natives traveling, hunting, and staying throughout these areas. You can see this mound formation just over here from the river. Would have been a great vantage point. This mound was constructed over a long period of time, I imagine, and much larger at one time. You can see a lot of limestone and chert around the area. This was possibly the quarry site, an area used for hunting, to build weapons and tools. Many layers of history in these places, used for various purposes over the generations, these mounds. It starts to slope upward here into the woods, a good 10 to 15 feet. Lots of limestone all throughout these areas. Much of it's covered up. Wow, I just noticed this near the top of the mound, and it's good to be very observant when you're walking around these areas and watch your footing, because there is a large opening here, a hole going right into the mound. I'm not sure if this is a sinkhole, but it's opened up here. Let's take a look. Navigating around some of these fallen trees out here in the swamps. Wow. Look at the base on this one. It just fell over here towards the river. You can see the back of this tree where it's fallen over right underneath. There's the root system. This whole tree just fell over at some point. Beautiful day out here. Enjoying the swamps, roaming along the Hillsborough River, just over through the floodplain here. It's currently dry in the swamps, so it's really nice to navigate through these areas, see some of the nature normally you wouldn't be able to experience other times of the year when this entire area fills in with water from the surrounding river here. Incredible. Lots of fallen trees along this section. Let the adventure continue. Nice river hike. Scenic all along these areas. And just up ahead I can see an area in the swamps where it's been built or raised up. There's an old logging tram road or something like that just up ahead. Let's take a look and investigate around the area. There was a lot of logging history here in the past. There's a lot of old cypress trees out here in these swamps, which many of them unfortunately were cut down and hauled out of here during those times. Nature's reclaiming this area today. And these cypress trees are really beautiful here, but the ones in the past would have been very large and old, hundreds and thousands of years. So loggers would build these trams to access these trees for the valuable cypress deep in these swamps. See it just up there. Crossed over the river, so there must have been a bridge here at some point as well. Notice the water lines on all these trees, and this is an indicator of how high the water levels reach in this area on the floodplain. The river's just over there. Deep in these swamps. And we're just roaming through. It's dry in this area, and you can just walk all throughout these places. It's incredible. Lots of cypress knees. And these are part of the root system of the surrounding cypress trees in the area. You see them right here. Seeing some animal tracks along the area. And this one is quite large. Appears to be a deer. Continues on that way into the woods. Some more tracks throughout the area here along the river. Hiking through the floodplain by the river here, the Hillsborough River, a place of beauty and history. And from what I learned, this river has been flowing for at least 20,000 years. Incredible, if not longer. So many layers of history in these areas. It's just over here. Been navigating along the river for a while. Let's see how far we can get into this area. Very interesting mound formation out here in the swamps. I've been roaming through here for several miles. It's been just flat as far as the terrain goes along the river. And then as I came across this area, I could see this mound just in the middle of the swamps here. Now this is right by the river, and there is a lot of Native American Indian history here. So maybe this is one of the mounds that they constructed here long ago. They did build mounds and villages and complexes all throughout these areas for long periods of time. Let's take a look. See all these rocks in the area on the mound. Different colors, shapes, and formations to these rocks. Some of these were carved and chiseled long ago, perhaps by the natives. Some were natural. can see that the surrounding swamps here, mostly flat. A lot of cypress trees here. Right along the floodplain of the river, so a lot of water gets into here. So it's understandable that the natives would have built these mounds up in areas like this. You can see this formation, and it's eroded away over the centuries. But these would have been places of higher ground, especially during the rainy season. Walking around the perimeter of this mound and surveying the area, just trying to get an idea of just how large this site is. A lot of vegetation on and around this mound. Imagine all the rocks buried beneath here to have built this up over such a long time. Here towards the front of the mound facing the river, there's an opening here. Sitting on the edge of this mound where this area is opened up, perhaps this is a sinkhole. It's incredible to see this. The water at the bottom, most likely flowing in from the river here. And you can see lots of layers of rocks around the edge of this hole. Layers of the past. Walk towards the top of this mound. I believe I'm at the top. I can see the river winding around this area. It's incredible. Now, it's possible there may have been structures on top of this mound and around the surrounding section of the swamps. Long ago, the natives were in these areas, and I imagine various tribes inhabited and traveled through these places over time. During the 1500s, Hernando de Soto and other conquistadors exploring these areas, looking for land and treasures, would have came across perhaps this mound and the tribe in this area along the river. Just some of the history here.